Hello, true art believers, and welcome to the number one traditional art live stream in the world. This is Pierson here. Hey, this is Pierson, and we got another doozy here for you. It is 100 days of drawing. I'm on day 87. I have like 13 days left till I'm done with this little bitty experiment that I've been working on for the past almost 100 days. So I'm getting close. Anyways, I got to get this drawing started. I have another skull for you, skull week. Anyways, let's begin this drawing. Okay, whoa. Let's do this, everyone. We got 30 minutes of drawing time. I have a skull here. I think I have it positioned right, but sometimes I mess that up as well. Anyways, 30 minutes of drawing, probably going to go a little bit less than that because, I don't feel like drawing. I'm kidding. No, because it's late and I want to have a bit of an evening, or at least try to get an evening in. Okay, so all right. So this time I have a skull here, and I positioned it with a it's got like a block underneath it, right? And if you notice what I'm doing with this skull right here is I'm kind of treating it like a block at this. Right now I'm treating it like it's a block. And then we're gonna go from there, right? We're gonna start out as a block and then go from there. So the time frame changes, affects how I'm going to work on this. So I anticipate that I'm going to be able to work on this a little bit tomorrow. And I always anticipate that right now, especially because I've had a bit of time open up. Not necessarily like not a bit of time, but I've had my schedule is opened up just a little bit. Not a lot, but enough for me to anticipate that I'll have a little bit of free time before I do my next live stream to work on this next batch of like this. Work on the skull for a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of doing some straight line measuring. I'm trying to get the angle here. So this is something I don't do often, and I probably should do more of it because I think it's kind of helping right now. All right. I'm not very talkative today. I apologize. I'm really focusing on doing these. Oh man, I don't even have the camera on it. I started out really low. I was like, what? So I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on this block here. It might be kind of like just an unfinished block. Sometimes when you have a block so close to you, when you're drawing, you can get some distortion there, and that happens to me often. So I'm just trying to be mindful of that. I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm really seeing well. Like I'm just seeing relationships. Now, when I do digital drawing, that doesn't happen so often because of I don't know why. Like something about drawing with like the airbrush is weird to me. It's like really foreign. So you're gonna see like a slow construction occurring with the skull. It's gonna start forming out of the woodwork here. That's what I like about drawing sometimes, is like when you really get some of those, when you start really developing these forms, and things just start, like the stars align, right? And everything starts to come to fruition. All those forms that you're blocking in starts to really progress at an exponential rate, right? And then those forms just really kind of come out of the drawing, you know. It's kind of like those in a much less dramatic way, those like painters or those like performance artists that do those upside down drawings, and everyone's like, whoa, that's amazing, it's a portrait and they drew it upside down. Ugh. But they've like that's an old technique. That's nothing new. Now to the new, like the person who's never seen that before, just like that boggles the mind. But that's a drawing technique that a lot of people do. You know, it's not like it's a abnormal thing for artists to do, is to draw upside down. I actually, on my digital work, I will draw upside down for like 80% of the drawing, and then I'll flip it right side up when I feel that it's at a point where I can kind of focus on it, right? And so I will draw upside down for an extended period of time. It's nothing new, you know. But to a lot of people, they find that it's like fascinating to them, right? Because it's you're like, you never see that before, and it is, to a person who's not trained, that they think like, how can someone draw upside down? They're like, well, it's to some extent it's probably a little bit easier, because now you're not drawing a portrait or a thing. You're just looking at it as an abstraction, and it allows you, it frees you from a certain level of expectation. So now you're just kind of looking at form and shape, and not looking at it as an object itself, like a real object. So to some people, that really helps them, you know. So, you know, it's one of those things. So I can guarantee you that I'm probably going to be able to spend another 30 minutes on this tomorrow. Throughout the day, I'll kind of drop in. I'll drop in and I will kind of just, make a few marks here and there. I might even do that with my commissions. I might start doing that as well, but like that would require to keep my computer on or to keep it on like sleep mode, so I'm not like draining power. That's something I've been thinking about doing for a while now. Is like having my computer on sleep mode so that I can hop in and hop out of drawing my what'd you call it? My commissions. It's not a great thing to do. I don't really like the fact that I might be draining power. But in my defense, I'm probably more green than the average person. I don't keep the lights on. Things aren't running. We actually are pretty good about everything. Not that I'm not bragging about like how green I am. I'm just saying that in the whole scheme of things, I don't consider myself a major energy consumer. I don't have multiple like electronics. I just have like a computer. I have a tablet, but I don't even use that. I don't have and I don't watch TV for 8 hours a day or 3 to 4 hours a day. Like I think the average person, like the average American, watches like I don't know how many hours, like upwards of 6 to 8 hours of like screen time. This feels awkward, but I don't know how to fix it. I think maybe it's maybe I need to bring this up so it feels more in line with this brow line, but I can't seem to get it right. Actually, if I look at this, it's this brow line that I have kind of goes away from this brow line a little bit. It kind of goes away, and then this one is like this, and then there's this other brow line right here. I think that's about right. I think I had it right before. It just feels awkward. Anyways, I shouldn't really dwell on it. I really shouldn't. Now, let's just kind of shade this whole area here. The whole background's going to be black anyways. There's very little like highlights in this whole thing. This area right here, I think I need to find. I'm gonna have like an anatomy sheet right next to me so I can start like labeling these in front of you, like, and this is this, and that's what I want to do in the future. I want to start like teaching myself and then teaching people online, like doing these little drawing sessions where I kind of talk about anatomy and like bring it up and just say, hey, this is what I'm drawing right here. And so like right here, this whole area right here is kind of in shadow. This thing is kind of in shadow here. This is in shadow, it's darker. This thing, I probably didn't give. I need to make this nose a little wider. There we go. And there's this shadow kind of happening right here. And there's a little bit of shadow action happening right here. And I made this area, let's kind of shrink this down, this side part of the skull. I think I may have, no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this right here. I think this right here is a good, kind of straighten that out right there. Straighten that out right there. And then we're gonna trim this. Gonna trim it on this side. So it's gonna be darker. Just make this a little darker right here. And then it goes really far down here. And then it kind of hatches this way, this way. It goes, it goes like this. And then we're gonna tilt it down like that. And you can't see it, but it kind of curls in. It kind of curls in right here, and it like makes a little like, kind of inserts right here. So that's why, that's what it's doing. It's kind of curling in right there. You know? And I don't think this, nope, I'm gonna leave that like that. I think I had it right the first time. There we go. And maybe we can exaggerate this a little bit more. And then right here, let's just kind of say that right here is where a lot more shadow happens. We're going to make this a flat tone. And then we're going to make this a darker tone right here. So that it projects that little like thing forward right there, this little hook. So it's just making it darker. We're not going to model it yet. You know, we're not going to model it at this point. We're just going to make it darker, just like this background. We're going to make this darker. We could soften it up eventually. I'm going to make this darker than this cheek thing, whatever you call that bone. And then we're going to make right here dark again. Technically, I'm off by a lot. Like this thing, I don't know. It's pretty close. It might be. Anyways, so we're going to. Now we're going to make this really dark. So we're just going to press harder. We're gonna kind of make this shape. I'm gonna do a line. I'm gonna press real hard right here. So it's got to be darker than the back skull shape. So that's what we're going to do. And if I don't get this done in 30 minutes, which I'm not, I'm going to get, you know, some good parts of it complete, right? Like it's looking pretty good, I think, for a beginning sketch. I mean, I got roughly 5 to 10 minutes. Who knows what I'm going to get done in that time frame? I think I'm just going to spend my time darkening the background, so I have something to work with later on when I work on this a little bit tomorrow. Again, what I typically do on these days is I'll draw for 30 minutes. I'll get like the brunt of it finished, and then I'll spend another 30 minutes to an hour on it the next day. I'd love to be able to sit down the full hour and a half and do a whole drawing with you. But it's just not in the what is it called, like the cards. at this moment. Maybe if I get enough Patreon, or maybe if I sell enough artwork or whatever that will allow me to kind of just quit my day job, right? Then I can kind of do these long live streams. I'd love to do long live streams. I actually don't mind drawing in charcoal for like hours on end. I just don't have the ability to invest that amount of time, and so I can invest like 30 40 minutes. Technically I could technically keep going until about midnight tonight, but I obviously, then I have to wake up early, and I don't want to play this whole game of like catching up with sleep. And that's what I usually been doing. That's what my life is like. I usually stay up late, or I stay up and I get up early. I don't stay up late, but I get up early, and I'm like hustling to kind of catch up with sleep. I have like major sleep deficit, not sleep deprivation. Oh, I guess that would be kind of the same thing, right? Like sleep deprivation, but I have like a deficit. I'm not like, these past few days have been glorious, and I think what I need to start doing is I need to really get my schedule in, like my schedule in order for me to get my sleep in, So, yeah, we're looking pretty good for an impromptu skull drawing. I think I may need to actually trim off that top a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell because I have it like in this box. Maybe not. I think I might have had it close the first time. I'm just kind of... Anyways. I think that's good enough. I've done enough skulls that I can always do another one. So now I'm like having doubts on whether I rendered this top area correctly, but right now it's at this point where like I really can't fix it. I can fix it, but I'm not going to spend that extra I don't want to spend that extra time kind of like fiddling with it, because it's one of those things where you can kind of just go off back and forth on, and you're like, do I want to really spend all that extra time kind of fiddling around with it and tweaking it? And you got to make those decisions, right? You got to decide whether is this where I want to invest my time in my drawing, right? Do I want to tweak that enough that it feels more correct, or do I want to kind of cut my losses and just Okay. Party on, man. Party on. We're getting it. We're getting some good. I like to say that I'm getting faster, but I don't know. Some days I feel like I'm not. Some days I feel like I'm getting a little bit faster. but not by a lot, you know, not like, whoa, I'm like the Flash. You should start calling me the Flash because I'm drawing so fast. Right? They call me the Flash. Is it Flash Gordon? Flash, oh, savior of the universe. Fights for every one of us. Stands for every one of us. Flash. Dun 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 dun. Oh no, I dropped my eraser. Oh, I dropped my eraser. Stands for every one of us. No, 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 no. So I'm gonna have to spend some time putting these on my website so that I can get like prints, have these prints, you know, for sale. It's gonna be something a little mini project I'm gonna work on this summer, is getting all these drawings on there. That's like 80 something drawings right now. 80 and 90 something drawings. No, it's 80. It's 80 drawings. I got to get 80 drawings on my website. That means I got to photograph 80 drawings, edit them, kind of get them filed properly so I don't get them lost, because I'm pretty bad at that. So I'm moving this block a little bit closer. So I'm changing the position a little bit. Oopsies. Oopsies. I suck at making blocks, friends. So not bad, you know, I'm not like, it's not a bad start. It's not a bad drawing here. We're just gonna take this right here and do this right here. Just do this, and then we're gonna go over it with the chamois, so it's like an off-white, like a light gray. So that's what we're gonna do. So take notice that I've been drawing like it's a wand. You know, I haven't drawn like it's a pencil. You know, and so that's kind of challenging. A lot of people treat these drawings like you're drawing like a pencil, and they're always like, I don't have any control. Like, well, it takes practice, man. You know, look at me. I'm using it like a scribbly. I'm doing like scribbles almost. It's almost like I'm scribbling. How do I do this? 'Cause I'm an expert. Nah, I'm not. It's practice, really. Okay, friends, that is that for today. It's 30 minutes. We've got it all kind of mapped out. The next phase is going to darken up everything with charcoal pencil and all that kind of nice little jazz. And I'll come at it with a different perspective tomorrow, because I'll be able to see things I didn't see before. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, follow, and share all that cool little stuff. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I have to get going. It has been a wonderful day. I wish everyone a good night. Pierson out. Cheers.